Alright, I'm shooting this video to kind of a walkthrough of this sale for this organ. This is a Hammond CV3 organ and a Leslie 31H speaker. I'm Steve Condell, and it's being sold to another Steve for $1,600. This is a Hammond CV organ that's been modified to have percussion and an AO28 Hammond B3 preamp in it. Is connected to this Leslie. Everything is in superb condition. This is a Leslie 31H. A lot of people are curious about the organ, so one thing, Steve, I'll kind of walk you and anyone else is curious through the back of the organ one more time. This is the back of the organ now with it modified. This is the AO28 preamp inside. It's been heavily rewired, as you can see, the mounds of wires in order to have everything work appropriately. There's also a black box down here. Just so you know, Steve, I'll have to put my flashlight down for a second. It's not going anywhere. So also the amp, in case anything's, during shipment, if anything gets loose, that'd be crazy. It's bolted down, so everything's good. The tone will be locked down a little bit. Anyway, this is a relay box over here, this black box, and you'll see a red wire coming up it right here. This goes to the it goes to the chorus Vibrato switch up in the top of the organ, and basically it triggers this relay, and when you switch chorus or vibrato on, it routes the signal through one of these two gray wires right here. It routes it to one of the two signals in the amp, so the signals alternate, and that was the key to making this whole modification work properly. There are wires also routing up here, new wires routing to the percussion switches. So this is the organ modified by me, and just to let you know, Steve, as far as oiling the organ, what you'll want to do, it's been oiled this year. I probably oiled in about 6 months. It's been 6 months since I've oiled it. You can see this little tub back here. You can oil that. You can see basically you see this tube. I wonder if I can show this to you this way. Maybe you can see this now. This tube right here, this routes up along the top here to right here, and you fill this cup up full, I believe, and just let it drip down slowly. Don't fill it again, and it will fill up that cup. The second cup here will fill this that cup there. It'll slowly drip in, and there's another one back there, and oil will slowly drip in to also lubricate the tone wheel. So anyway, that's how you want to oil the organ. I'd recommend doing it in 6 months and then doing it once a year thereafter. Let's see. The organ, boy, I hope that call isn't for me. Anyway, here's the organ. As far as starting the organ, you have your start and your run switches. Basically, your start switch, you want to hit that up and hold it up. You want to hold it up for 8 seconds. Till you hear it sound like this. Then push up the run switch. Hold both switches up for 4 seconds. And then let go. The run switch will stay on, so you hold the start switch up for 8 seconds, then hold both of them up a total of 4 seconds. Slowly the tubes warm up and the organ will work. Your Leslie switch is routed here. Right now the Leslie is on off, so Leslie's not spinning. There's the bottom speaker with the scrim cloth on it. Turning it on, the bottom speaker is spinning. The bottom speaker slowly ramps up, and the top speaker is spinning. A note about the Leslie. This Leslie usually does not, you can't just connect this Leslie directly to a Hammond C3 organ. You could do a CV, but not to a C3. So this organ, this Leslie amp has been modified, so pin 5 on this male jack is now routed to accept 120 volt AC from that Leslie switch, and basically it'll switch the power of these speakers, or of these baff rotors, on and off. And there's a thing here that notifies that the amp's been modified. So just a note, if you ever sell it, make note of that to someone. So anyway, as far as the organ, to give you a little more of an idea how it looks again. You're looking at an absolutely beautiful, beautiful organ. You'll get a This here is your owner's manual, among other things, but you have your Hammond, it's actually a C3 owner's manual, because you basically have a C3 now, close enough. And I'll put that back in a little bit, but anyway, courtesy of Hammond Organ Company. And as far as everything else, I'll let you hear the organ for a minute. Like I said, I'd recommend maybe changing the tubes, or possibly the upper driver, about $60. Something to give it a little, I don't know, cleaner sound when you have it up all the way. And it may be just that it's a 20 watt amp, because you're trying to push it a lot. That's with percussion on, percussion off, percussion on, percussion off, percussion on. There's second percussion, percussion third. Oh, that's weird, looking at my hands through the camera. So anyway, you got all your presets. Those all latch down and play. So turning on some Leslie speed. Anyway, and you got the vibrato. Right now I have it on the strongest vibrato. Well, I just turned it on to the strongest vibrato. I have it set to chorus. Here's your chorus or vibrato switch. So basically, that's on, and then this is off. Basically, then with vibrato instead, there's your vibrato. And that was on setting 3, which is the strongest amount of vibrato. Setting 2 gets to a weaker vibrato. Setting 1's even weaker. But anyway, that's the organ. The bass pedals. So yeah. Just so you know, percussion only works on this setting. That's all that goes for any Hammond organs. Percussion only works here. It doesn't work on this preset, and it doesn't work on any of the other presets. So that's kind of a walk around of the organ. It's 7 minutes long. Just so you know, Steve, here is your music stand. It goes on, just so you know, the screws that go into the organ are actually screwed in here so they don't get lost during travel. But basically, you'll see that there's a pad on the back of this, and that's the pad that rests. So when you put this up, it rests up against the back of the the wood there, so it doesn't damage it. That'll kind of give you an idea which way you put it on, because you can kind of put that on almost any way you want. The pedals, pretty easy, probably self-explanatory. So anyway, that's everything in the organ. It's about 2:15. The movers should be here any minute. So there's your organ when it's working well. See, these, I don't know, the movers seem to be pretty good people. They let me know a couple times they're on their way, so I'm pretty confident they'll get it here. Here are the 2 screws that put the back on. This is the back of the organ. Basically, you drop it in the bottom. Oh boy, this is hard to do, but I need to do it. So you drop it in the back of the bottom. Kind of got to lift up on the sides to get it in. You put it in, and you screw the screws in. One's here, and one goes on the other side. To give you, wonder if I can show you where the tone wheels unlock and lock too. You'll need to know that, because they'll come unlocked. They'll come locked. Oh, I just locked. Oh, there it is. If you look under the organ, I don't know if you can see in this video here, you'll see one of the tone wheel locks. Oh yeah, these ones, they're right here. This is black screw right there and right back there. And basically how those work is you turn this piece right here. Not there's a washer, but you'll see there's a nut that you can tighten up there. So kind of the old school way of actually doing that. So the Leslie So the back panel up top, that is this top panel. That'll be put on. The bottom panel is right here. The motors, I'll be disconnecting this belt. And what it does is basically, you can see it routed around here. There's different levels of the pulley you can put it on. Basically, taking off the spring, and then this will be sitting here. It shouldn't bounce too much, but it's spring loaded. The bottom one seems to ride really well being on, so I'm not going to disconnect that one. The top one kind of rides better like that. So anyway, there's your organ, and it'll be heading to you in a little bit.